Hey folks, Jonathan here. Wanted to show you something that I've gotten in. Been dealing for this thing for quite a while now, and it finally made it its way here yesterday. This is a Cat D-4. Not sure of the year. Someone has taken all the tags off of it, or I haven't found any tags. And seen a place where there was one on the engine, but one of the bad things about some of this old equipment, people used to take them off and then take them in so they could order parts and stuff like that. So what ends up happening is they end up losing the tags, and then you're not able to get them when you buy the machine, and they get lost. This one of course has a Heister drag winch on the back, which most of the time you see that would be on a military machine, but I'm not sure if this was maybe something a logger bought or house mover or something like that. It's hard to say. There's a lot of these D4s out there. It's definitely not a rare machine by any means. Looks like maybe the winch, I mean, it's still got some shiny stuff on the mounts, so I don't know, almost like it hasn't been, you know, terrible long since it's been used. But the machine, it's in fair shape. Undercarriage is in pretty good shape. You know, the pins are not really worn on it. The rollers are good. Sprockets have been replaced at one time. You can see where they've been cut and welded back on. So I don't see any issues with any of them. And like I said, the rollers, you can see from the top side, if you look down inside, they're all in good shape. Usually what will happen is the bearings will go out of them and they'll start wearing off the sides, and then it lets your rail on your track, or chain if you want to call it that, but it lets your rail move, and then you can tell the thickness of the rail, what kind of shape it's in. So undercarriage is just fine under it, no issues there. So if we can get this thing running and operating, then I don't think the undercarriage is going to be an issue for us, which is usually the issues I have on anything I've ever owned, especially in the sand here. They don't last long at all in comparison to in the clay, or even especially in the coal, West Virginia, somewhere like that. But anyway, all right, so here's what I know about this machine. I know the engine's not stuck, the main engine, and I know that the pony motor's not stuck. And besides that, that's probably it. I mean, that's just about all I know about it. And I think you can see where there was a tag on the engine there missing. So I have no way of telling for sure what year this is, unless there's serial number stamped on it somewhere that I don't know of. And the only numbers I did find that was stamped on it was on this plate for the blade, 175P321, so 321. So evidently, it probably don't have a thing to do with the machine. Just has to do with the attachment. I don't know if this is a Caterpiller or if it's a drawed attachment or what it is. I guess it probably is Caterpiller, but I know a lot of these came without blades, without hydraulics. So I did notice that they've got the pan off the bottom. I've got the hood, it's off. But somebody done some work to the hydraulic unit in the front. So what they've done, I don't know, but they painted it and put it back on. Or maybe they put a used unit on it or what. So the guy I got this from and the guy that he got it from, neither one of them heard it run. They don't have a clue. They rumored from the guy that owned it before that there was a clutch issue of this thing not moving and the clutch being stuck in the disengaged position. Not the engaged, but disengaged. So I don't know. It's just one of them deals where we're going to have to get it running and figure it out. I haven't had a lot of experience on a Caterpillar. I have on pony motors on John Deere's. I've never really messed with a Cat too much. But I know one thing's for sure. I mean, we'll try it and see how it'll work out, but I'll show you over here. Well, you know it's got a ring gear because it's got a pony motor, and it's got to have that to run. But if you look right here, you can see where a starter bolt would be. A starter bolt, and of course farther in on the starter bolt. that can easily be drilled, tapped, the center cut out, and a MT40 or MT42 starter can be added, and this can be made electric start. So that's not a, you know, that's not an issue right there. That's something that could be done pretty easy, and it can be done and left, and even leave the pony motor, run both, run electric start and pony motor. But we're gonna try it and see if we can get it running. Won't be long. I'm not gonna do it right now. Working on rebuilding the boom on the crane, and I'm also working on doing some interior for the 56 Studebaker Golden Hawk, because the weather has been too bad to work. So we're trying to get it finished up. But if anybody has an idea on how to date one of these, you know, without, I'm sure you can date it by looking at particular parts, but I mean, if there's a place on it that has the a number, you know, there's a tag in the center that talks about removing for the clutch, and there's a shifter tag in there. But as for a tag to ID this thing, I'm not finding anything. So, and I think some of them were on the back, but this thing's got a winch here, so I'm not seeing anything back here anywhere. So who knows, maybe it was taken off and moved because of that or something, I don't know. But anyway, if anybody knows for sure, let me know in the comments, and we'll be doing a first start on this real soon to try and see if we can get her to run. Like I said, we'll start with the pony motor. Someone's even, I've got the air cleaner stuff on it, but somebody has even put some kind of clay or something over here to keep the water out of it. And of course it's not stuck. Yeah, it's not stuck, but it looks like there might be a crack on the head here. Might have to pull the head off and do some brazing. Maybe that's the only place it's cracked, and it's not cracked anywhere else. But don't know. I didn't see anything on the block bad, any cracks or anything like that. So it's hard to say. You know, these old machines get thrown out in the farms, and they don't get treated very well after sitting all that time. So I think she'll be okay. So I'm pretty lucky so far with most of this stuff. But I do know, like I said, the pony motor's not stuck, and the main engine's not stuck. So we'll play with it a little bit and see what we got. Hopefully it'll run all right. Oil looks good in it. A little dark. Of course, this diesel is supposed to be dark. I think we've got everything for it. We're not missing any parts. Some of the parts are in a bucket. And then we've got the hood and the guard for the front. Front spring, there's the intake for the pony motor. Some odds and end parts in there. And then we've got the skid pan. Goes under the front. So I don't think we're missing anything. And like I said, I don't have much money in the machine, so at the price of scrap right now, I wouldn't lose anything with what I've got in it. So, but you know, I don't have any intentions or plans to scrap it. I wouldn't scrap it if it turned out to be, you know, unfixable. You know, it would end up going to somebody else for parts for theirs, or you know, part it out to fix somebody else's, or fix this one. And you know, sometimes I go to extremes to fix stuff, which I probably shouldn't do. This one here, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna do some interior work this evening. Hope it warms up in the next couple of days. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll get back on, or we'll stay on trying to get that boom done for the crane, and we'll get back on this thing and see if we can get her fired up and see what it sounds like. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, bye.